hell. Glad that's over. Oh, for you.
Not even food convoys coming in. Just more soldiers, like we need anymore.
Certain among you are still pursuing prohibited activities.
Not sure I like the look of you. One more civvy gives me cheek and I'll top the bastard. Orders be blown.
Citizens of Windham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption,
Sit down,
Not
big
sure about you.
bugger. I could.
Steady on, George. It's got guns on it, you know.
Stop pinning.
A new customer. How do? Not often we're seeing new faces here. My name's Alf Buckshaw. Welcome to what's likely the last pub in Cumberland, such as it is. Now, what can I do for you? Bet you weren't expecting to find a place like Windham still ticking over after all what's gone on here, were you now? Folk will get used to anything given time. Which isn't to say, it's not nice to see some new faces coming through here now and then. Reminds a fella just how strange this all really is. The captain likes strangers too. He treats them better than he does the rest of the village. Means he can do things us regular folk can't. Don't think you're special. It's just the captain's way of getting the measure of you. New faces remind him there's still an outside. Likely hopes you might know a way out of the quarantine zone. Me? Well, I know there isn't one. So I shan't be bothering you on that score. You let me know if there's aught else I can help you with. I suppose I might be able to help a friendly traveller out. What sort of gear did you have in mind? I bet you could. But you wouldn't find anything like that in Windham. But there's a ruined mill out on Skethermore. There's a fella up there, more often than not, and he might have what you're looking for. Fair warning, though. Out in Skethermore, soldiers don't care who or what you are. They'll shoot before they ask. Keep your bloody voice down. Nothing brings the soldiers down on you faster than talking about that. Mayhap I heard rumours of it, but I can't see it out more than that. That's as may be. My life depends on you shutting up. I'm sorry, but I absolutely can't help you with that. Well, after it all went to cock and we got quarantined, London started sending in soldiers. To start with, folk were happy to see 'em. But after a while, it turned out there was bugger all they could do to help. When they found out they weren't being let back through the wall again, well, it got nasty. Plenty round here, I reckon. It's what it would have been like if the Nazis had invaded after all. Of course, you didn't hear that from me, all right? Aye, there were. And the captain weren't right happy about it neither. Now he calls it his duty to enforce the quarantine protocol. And it's pretty nasty about how he goes about it. Army boys even took it as their own name. But I reckon he secretly wants to get out of here, same as us. And he'll push us down if it gives him a leg up. Anyhow, I shouldn't be gossiping about this stuff. Pleasure doing business with you, my friend. All sorts comes through here, so don't be shy about coming back. Might have something new for you. Let me ask you something. The soldiers, protocol as they go by. What do you make of them? Aye, well, you haven't been here long enough to know. Between you and me and the garden wall, let me tell you, it's like being under an army of occupation. Look, I'm willing to trust you've your heart in the right place, and I need help with something. Soldiers have got their eyes on me, but they'll give you the benefit of the doubt, for the moment at least. I need to collect a few messages. Not important, you understand, but I can't stick me nose out of the door without the soldiers taking an interest. You they'll let walk out of the village. So I need you to go to Skethermore for us. Oh, don't worry yourself. The messages aren't incriminating her. They're just, you know, there's something in it for you and all. Not asking you to do. I need a message collecting from North. Careful with her. She's not fond of strangers. She hides out in her barn on Skethermore. And the other note is with a fella who skulks all over Skethermore. I'll mark it on your map. See you around.
The woods are still off-limits.
Don't be causing trouble.
If you need to approach the woods for foraging, request an escort at the village hall.
Keep it civilized. No troublemakers.
Not sure I like the look of you.
Do as you're told, right? There is someone there. Don't know the password, do you?
Oh, who are you? I don't know you. You're not with the soldiers, are you? I run a lawful place here. Stick to every word of the protocol here, I do. Oh? Well, not that there's anything wrong with it if you did, it's just... Well, never mind. Now let me know if you're looking to buy something. Oh, well, they get into everybody's business, bunch of busybodies digging around until they find all your secrets. But I've got nothing to hide, nothing at... Well, that's good to know. But I can hardly trust a stranger, can I? I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. Bye now.
Show some blitz spirit, he says. Like the Luftwaffe performed his house, the sick sod.
Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death.
Leave tomorrow if we could.
Citizens of Windham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of normality within the zone. Keep it that way. Be
Keep your nose clean.
contaminated area has been reported in the Scathamore fields. Please stay away from there until it has been sterilized.
I hope I get on the foraging party again this week. Anything to get me out of this place.
scurvy on
We
this
cannot
diet.
guarantee your safety beyond the village palings. But do you have a good reason to leave the village?
Addressing civilian. Stand back, citizen.
I'll finish me book today, I think.
A new customer. How'd you do? Welcome to Windham Village. Pardon my curiosity, but how is it the soldiers let you in? Did you bribe them? And if you did, what with? Aye, well, I can hazard a guess. Our little Napoleon, the captain that is, he keeps an eye out for folk like you. A stranger might be important. And if you're important, then that's another stepping stone out of the zone, isn't it? Anyway, where are me manners, eh? I'm Morris Wick, owner of this establishment. Take a look at what I have to offer, if you fancy. Oh, you'd have to ask him that yourself. I'll leave that pleasure to you. Me, I'm happy here in the shop, where I never have to look at the man. Big explosion, that's what. I remember it woke the whole village. We were out in the streets, wondering what were what. I mean, with all them atoms and such like they have over there. The soldiers rolled in and told us we were fine, that there weren't no radioactivity to be frit of. But then, in the next breath, they said we couldn't leave. Temporary quarantine protocol, they called it. Temporary, my hat. Look at them walls. Nowt temporary about them, is there? We had no choice but to take it on the chin. So we did. Well, most of us did, anyhow. In the months after the disaster, some people started to turn a bit odd. Nothing bad, just different, you know. Kept going on about the soil calling to them. People you'd known your whole life, proper sober folk, suddenly talking about a new purpose. Then one night, they all upped and marched off into woods. Soldiers have been properly down about any talk, since that might sound a bit, you know, pagan. I shouldn't be talking about it neither. Oh. Not too interested in those. Common stuff, that. Thank you for your business. Get new stock in now and then, so come back any time. I might have something new for you. How did... Well, been poking around in what's not your concern, eh? I don't have to explain myself to you. It's none of your bloody business. Beliefs? They're the truth. Can't you see what's going on here? The protocol soldiers, the church, all carrying on like they know all the answers, when the truth is they know nought. Everyone says the folk in the woods are cracked, but they look like the only sane ones around here to me. They're trying to make peace with the world, not ruin it. Them scientists, the disaster, that weren't natural, thou knows. Upset the balance of things. Nature's proper furious with us. We should make amends, shouldn't we? It's only right. But them soldiers would have me locked up for thinking that. Dangerous pagan sentiments, that arse of a captain calls it. If you've seen them out in Casterfell Woods, I know they might come across as proper nasty. But look, they say the earth speaks to them, and they listen. Now, folk have been saying there's a voice in the earth around here since the year dot. These druids, or whatever you want to call them, they say that's true. So, mayhap we should be listening to it too, eh? I want what's best for the village. We should be looking back to what's always been here. The army here tried to stamp it out, but their captain's a bloody southerner. What does he know about the north? Well, but maybe you're a tattletale for the vicar too, eh? Prying for secrets so he can hold 'em over me. Well, I won't stand for people who stick their beaks in where they're not wanted. So you say? I hope that's true. We give our donations to the church, and in return he keeps the protocol sweet, or so he says. Truth is, he worms his way into people's lives, finds out about matters that won't sit well with soldiers, and holds them over us. Blackmail it is, pure and simple. Look, whoever you are, wherever you hail from, don't snitch on us about that letter, eh? The village needs the shop. It needs me. What I think should be me own business, shouldn't it? I'm not harming no one. Let's just get back to trading, eh? Shh! Shut your bloody trap before you bring every nosy bastard in here. All right, look, just hear me out, eh? See, we're a rotten one, that'n. Tattling folk out to the vicar so he can load it over us. She never had out on me, not till last night when she found that letter. Then she carried on like I'd thrown in me lot were old Hitler or summat. Called me a traitor, like I ever had any loyalty to the protocol lot. I'm no killer, not born to it, but she were poison, that'n, and so is vicar. Summat had to be done. Oh, aye. Or chuck you in that jail of theirs, which is just as much a death sentence, except slower. All I'm saying is that we messed up, with factories and machines and that. We should have stayed close to the soil. Simple as that. How is that treason? I'm not wicked, you know. I just have a purpose in life, that's all. Something better. But that Maisie, she were going to shout it from rooftops if I didn't pay to keep her and that vicar quiet. She had to go, and I had to do it somewhere vicar couldn't just sweep it under the rug. He can't go running off to the captain when it looks like he might have blood on his hands. Please, I know what I'm asking, but let it go, will you? Give us that letter back and we can both forget all about it. I'll make it worth your while, I promise. I scratch your back, you scratch mine, eh? Fair enough. Here, you take this as a thank you, I suppose. I'm happy, you're happy, and the village doesn't have to worry about that quizzling Maisie anymore. And look, if you want to know more about her, you know, the purpose, well, there's someone I'd love you to meet. Mother Jago. Lives out by the old mine in Casterfell Woods. I'll mark the spot for you. Reckon you'll find what she has to say very interesting indeed.
citizens of Wyndham. Pagan practices of any kind.
Let's not have any trouble.
Any breach of this regulation is punishable by death.
It's you. The shopkeeper. Good heavens above. I knew something was off about him, but nothing as foul as that. Then I must ask something of you. You're embroiled in this now, as much as we are. To find absolution, well, you must find some way to deal with Morris. An ally to those heathens in the woods is a danger to the village. Not that I'm suggesting you. Well, I'll leave it to your judgment. How did you... You're very well informed, I must say. Very well. This key will open a box upstairs. You'll find your payment in there. And in the spirit of reciprocation, if you are in need of my help, you need only ask. You would listen to a man who consorts with those monstrous people in the woods? Of course I must pry when there are some who would hide secrets such as that. But extortion? The very thought. This church has a noble mission within the village. Everything I take, I do so to support that mission and to protect Wyndham. You must deal with that horrid man. Corruption like his must be rooted out.
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in outlaw activity on Slattendale. Avoid Slattendale until the area is once again declared safe. If you encounter anyone who is unfamiliar to you, report their presence as soon as possible to the controlling authority. Your
For the
vigilance
100th time, we're here to protect civilians and get this mess sorted out.
To think, I used to whinge about my
Keep your nose
hometown
clean.
being bored. I'd give my eye teeth to be back in Swindon.
You are leaving Windham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area you are entering is known to contain outlaws, lunatics,
Hey, what was that then? Let's just calm down, eh? You don't know what you started, sunshine.
wait is interminable. I've run out of work to occupy myself, and it's still not our turn to evacuate. We all felt the shudder of the explosion at the plant, but since then, nothing. Perkins is wandering around, muttering that they've forgotten us. He's an awful fretter at the first sign of trouble, but I'm beginning to wonder if he might perhaps be on the button this time.
emergency access. Whoever's in here, I mean you no harm. This is Joyce Tanner. I was part of the investigation team on Convoy 5. And, well, I don't know how you got into this place, but it's bloody marvelous. I'm in Data Store Charlie. Get to me if you can. Hello? Hello? The instrument's just registered an emergency access. No harm. This is Joyce Tanner. I was part of the investigation team on Convoy 5. And, well, I don't know how you got into this place, but it's bloody marvelous. I'm in Data Store Charlie. Get to me if you can.
Reminder for robotics personnel. Avoid physical contact with the robots. They are machines and have no understanding of the fragility of humans.
Target lock. Preparing to fire.
I'm gonna cut you to pieces. They're retreating!
Attention! Windham Village is under the authority. Citizens of Windham, if you or any of your friends or family show signs of corruption, report it immediately. The contagion can be painlessly excised. Be vigilant. Be safe.
Addressing civilian. Stand back, citizen. This is the transaction. Oberon must die. If Oberon is dead, then the way out will open. You will awaken as if from a nightmare. This sequence is assured. If Oberon is dead, then the way out will open. Others have and will offer you escape. To follow their advice is at best optimistic, at worst foolish. Be careful. Trust only me.
Not sure I like the look of you.
Well, well, a new face. Good day. You'll forgive me if I'm less than cordial on first acquaintances, I'm sure. New faces often mean trouble. And yet, they may bring new opportunities, too. Tell me, where have you come from? Really? Well, you're not the trauma does strange things. In case it wasn't made clear to you on the way in, you are permitted to move freely through the village. For now, but don't go causing any trouble here. Is that clear? And if trouble... Now, there are certain things I would hope a stranger like you can provide me with some... This isn't Scarborough with holiday bait. No. Being a visitor here puts you in a very... I want to know where you came from. Let me worry. Trust me. You will be much... Be under no illusions. We must eradicate the corruption. If we were to work together, you would... But step out of line. So I ask again. You misunderstand me. I desire a way out. That is a very dangerous word. Whatever evil the scientists had hidden in there, so no one goes near the substation. Understood? And, well, this is disappointing. I was hoping you'd have something you were willing to share. We imprison strangers at the first whiff of trouble, but you can keep your liberties for now. I trust that will be more conducive to a timely recollection of your origin. In the meantime, be wary of this place. Such beliefs are dangerous. And if you still wish to have Protocol's aid... The civilians in this village are a shady lot. We can hardly get the time of day out of them. But you're an outside. Sniff around. Keep your ears open. If you want somewhere to start... Well, I could send a patrol in, of course. Yes, what is it? Good day to you. Stay out of trouble, eh?
Citizens of Windham, remember that your village is one of the few remaining bastions of...
Did you want something? Bye now.
anyone who is unfamiliar to you.
Did you want something? He did he? So you've sided with the protocol, eh? Well, like I said, you won't get in... Bye now.
Civvy gives me speak and I'll stop the bastard. Orders be blowed.
Start showing me a bit of respect. There'll be trouble.
What have you done, you monster? You asked for this.
Welcome back, friend. It's good. Oh. Done and done. Welcome back, friend. It's good to see you. Not too interested in those. Common stuff, that. Done and done.
Citizens of Windham,
It's like having another
acts
bloody
of
war.
insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are, in essence, treasonous and will be treated as such. Please, don't make...
Report anything suspicious you find. Yes, what is... Infected? And she would keep him hidden and in a grisly situation. Now do you see why this place is under military discipline? I fought rebels in the Malayan jungle, and let me tell you, that was... You can hardly call something in the land here. You've done the right thing coming to me. It's vital this sort of thing's nipped in the... Straight to the point. I'm willing to extend the hand of friendship to you, which would include, with us on the same side, if a chance, to be blunt, as a stranger. We recently arrested a certain Dr. Garrow. She contrived to escape the zone before the walls went up, but rather unexpectedly, Dr. Garrow's dangerous. Very clever. She's refused to tell us anything, and I refuse to stoop. But
But a new face like yours, well, perhaps she'll... Ideally not. She's a willful one, our Dr. Garrow, and responds badly. Show some finesse, if you can. Be friendly, helpful. When Garrow arrived, she demonstrated an ability to meddle with the barred machine. Specifically, she disabled our camp's automatic security system and began to poke around where she wasn't welcome. Who knows what damage she might have caused had she found a way inside. My men claim she muttered some incant. I don't believe in such nonsense as magic. But when she was captured... So you see, I need to know how... Here. This pass will give you free passage throughout the... The soldiers on guard will allow you into the prison section to learn what you can and return here. Be sure to report one hint of betrayal, and that... I hope I make... Good day to you. Stay out of trouble, eh?
Citizens of Wyndham cannot guarantee your safety beyond the village palings. Do you have a good reason to leave the village? Citizens of Wyndham, the army is here to help and protect you. Trust us and help us to help you. Follow the protocol.
Welcome back. See you around.
There is someone there. Don't know the password, do you? Thought as much.
against the soldiers protecting you here are, in essence, treasonous
away from
and will
anywhere.
be treated as such. Please, don't make us... You are leaving Wyndham, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. If you approach any military areas in the area, you will be presumed to have hostile intent, and you will be fired upon. Remember, a warning shot is a wasted bullet. You have been warned.
Not sure about you. We started off
Hello. I've not seen you before, have I? Welcome. Right, I've got a quick question for you. It might seem a bit blunt, but I've learned it avoids confusion later. Excellent answer. You're new around here, aren't you? Bootsy never forgets your face, and you're not in uniform, which means... Protocol now, that's what we go by. Well, this region you're in is our land for a start. We took over an old RAF place. Good and secure. We see you off, take warning now. Outlaws have tried it on in the past. And it's made the patrols here in Skedamore a bit. If you have plans to wander about, be careful. Now then, if it's supplies you're after, I'm Corporal Bootsy, by the way. I can get my hands on stuff for trade. That I am. One of the heroics. You can see how well that turned out. Soldiering ain't so noble around here, so I just make life a bit more bearable. I'm bloody sure the captain, but it helps in its way, and it's good for nobody seems to care if I don't turn up for Ravelli. Some of the stuff the captain has me mates do. Well, you got fella. Yeah, but everywhere's danger. The trick round here is to stay away. There's our camp, of course, and then the special detachment is garrisons in a camp. Well, the flyboys weren't using it, so steer well clear of both of those spots. See you around, chum.
It is imperative that you continue to do well. Much depends upon you continuing to do well.
Let's not have any trouble.
Hello? Someone there? Who the hell are you? No sort of... Who told you I was here? Alf sent you, did he? Well, if he vouches for you, I'm guessing he wants his message. Right, here's the message. Get that to him. You're not from round here at all, are you? I won't ask where you came from. Do you know? Most folk round here like to... Maybe we've got a bit of common ground. Look, we got off on the wrong foot. Half the strangers out there would kill you for your shoe. My name's Nora. Used to live in... Now I try to help the villagers out from... I can trade if you have outwards. Aye. I know there's a big old bunker called the Interchange. I know there's a door in the army camp. I also know they'll kill you before you... Any road. I heard it's locked up tight as a bank vault. Believe you me, I'd give me eye teeth to know what was going on. What? How'd you manage? You find out useful or interesting. You remember folk around here have it bloody hard. And if it's... Early done. Look. Things wash around the zone and sometimes fetch up here. Might well be something you want. So drop in any bit of advice for you. Down in wind, we're out here. It's dog. Watch your back out there.
Trust Captain Simmons. The protocol was enacted for the good of the country at large, not the quarantined area. If necessary.
Watch yourself, Civvy.
Do as you're told, right?
Nice and slow now. Let's have no trouble. Someone there? Off with you. Don't make us hurt you.
Steady now. Let's have no bloodshed.
This is our turn. Get yourselves going.
Keep your nose clean.
That's far enough. Get lost. Don't be a fool. Calm down. Have they gone away?
guarantee your safety beyond the village palings. Do you have a good reason to leave the village?
Welcome back. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm glad you found Nora. She can be a bit of a knout, but Chisel, I don't know what we'd do. How's my contact in Skethermore? Been dead? He were a good one of the few of them protocol lads. You know, he were one of them ordered to stop that civilian convoy. The one that's just wreckage up on the Skethermore Road. Oh, don't think he ever forgave himself for that. Been a helping hand for us ever. I really appreciate all you've done. Let's just say, you've given the village a chance to... Here. See you around.